Making Moves Monday. And the scripture is always good. So here's one for you. Do not lay up for yourself treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 to 21. And I just want to talk to you all about on tonight, what is your motivation? Alright, and don't forget to like, share, make a comment on my content. And depending on where you're watching it, go ahead and subscribe. But enough of that, let's get into the video. So, one of the biggest things out there that most people often talk about, and what some people, even Snoop Dogg says, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Most people out there in the world are thinking about their money and how they're going to actually make their money, what their money's going to do for them, and how when they get a certain amount of money, it's going to change things up for them, and it's going to actually change up how they do things. It's going to make everything better. Money is just going to be this almighty powerful thing that's going to actually make life so much better for them. Now, with this mind frame and thought, people have did things like the OJs would say, do things, bad things, baby. For the love of money, people will rob their own brother. So, without me singing too much, because maybe my vocal cords ain't the best, you get the point. People will do any and everything for the love of money, just for having enough money in their pockets. Now, the question that you have to ask yourself, what is your motivation? Even if you're working a 9 to 5 or any type of job, there's a reason why you get up and you actually do it. Now, you need to figure out what it is, the reason why you do what you do. What is your end goal? What is the thing that you're trying to get to or actually achieve? Because when you don't have these things, then you just become a person that's making money, but you have no idea what you're going to do with it. You have no idea where you're trying to go or what you're trying to do. And this is where you'll see people use money in bad ways and just waste their money. Or oftentimes they may find themselves actually homeless and back out on the streets because they just blew through all their money because they had no actual plan for their money or what they were going to actually do with it. And the bad thing about this is that even if you have no plans for your actual money and you have no motivation in terms of what you want to do with it or what you're trying to do with it, there's so many other people out there in the world who have an idea or want your money that you actually have. This is why you'll get so many people asking you, say, hey, come spend your money here. Come to my restaurant. Come eat here. Come to my concert. It's going to be lit. Come spend your money at my football game, basketball game. It's going to be great. You're going to enjoy it. Come buy this or that product from me. So you got different people who are pushing you to spend your money in certain type of ways. In the next couple of months, we will definitely see that a lot with Halloween coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas. There's going to be plenty of people after your money. And if you don't have any idea what you want to do with your money or the motivation to why you go out and you make your money and plans for your money, then other people will make those plans for you. Alright, so in terms of making money, usually some people make money through their job for somebody that they're working for. And then other people make money through a company that they're actually running or that they're doing or that they are the owner of. Now, for those of you who work jobs, you should look at working a job that actually is something that you like to actually do. Meaning that if you are working at Mickey D's, for instance, McDonald's, a fast food place, it should be something that you actually enjoy doing. You like customer service, you like talking to people, you like preparing and making food and making people feel happy that their food is nice, fresh, and ready to go, and that you like communicating and talking to people. If this is something that you don't actually like doing and you start doing this job, eventually you're going to start hating the job and you're going to start feeling like, hey, I'm tired of doing this all the time, and you're going to want to quit and you're going to want to go to something else. But in most cases, what's going to happen is you're going to move on to another job, and after you have done it for some years, you're possibly going to get tired of doing that and you're going to want to move on to something else. This is what happens with a lot of people in this day and time. They work a job for a little bit and then they say, hey, I'm ready to move on. I want to do something else. This isn't what I want to actually do. And there's definitely nothing wrong with that. But you should try to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, that you actually enjoy doing it. And then if you are working a job that isn't your ideal job or your dream job or what you really want to do, keep working at the job that you're working at until you're able to make those moves to move on to the next job or the job that you really want, your dream job. But it's also important too that if you can, find something that you enjoy doing where even if you weren't getting paid, you would actually do it. A lot of people that I have met who have done that, they worked for their jobs for many years and were able to make a whole lot of money because they just enjoyed doing it. So it was like nothing for them to do. So they did their work very sufficiently so that they definitely got a lot of raises and were able to move up in the company that they were with. Now, on the flip side, if you are a business owner and you own some type of business, you can definitely do the same thing. Maybe you may start out by doing something that you possibly kind of liked it or you just needed to make money out of it, but then you can always use that money to actually do something else and make another company or do something that's you like doing more frequently, and you can put other people in charge of the other business. But then also too, if you're doing a company that you actually enjoy doing and you get a kick out of doing what you do as a business owner, this will make things to be more happier for you when you're actually running your business. Because if you're running a business, say for instance, oftentimes maybe kids may get passed down a business and it has nothing to do with what they actually like to do. This is usually when the company may go down or things will fall apart. It's because the kids or grandkids or great grandkids don't have the same motivation and love for the company as their predecessors or the people in their family before them. So this is why it's always good for you to actually do something that you enjoy doing, that keeps you motivated and keeps you going. In terms of when you're making money as well, it's good to have some type of motivation, and meaning some goals that you possibly may actually set. So let's say if you're working your job and you're saying, hey, I'm going to save up for this car. That's the motivation that a lot of people who are trying to buy their first car, this is what makes them continue to put in the work that they're doing, because they're saying, hey, I'm trying to get to this actual car. Then also too, for a lot of people, they may be trying to save up money so they can actually buy a house. This will be your motivation to go out and actually make the money that you're actually trying to make. Then for certain people, definitely it could be passing down generational wealth to your actual family. When you feel like, hey, I want to make money so that my kids and my kids' kids don't have to actually work, This motivates people to get up and actually do different things. This motivates people to actually start their own businesses and then even sometimes struggle with the business, but it helps them to actually get up and get back on their feet knowing that, hey, I got people behind me that I'm doing this actually for. So the same way can be with your job. You just say, hey, you know what? I got some reasons why I need to be here, and this is why I'm actually here, and this is my motivation. This is why I'm going to get up early and be on work on time. This is why I'm going to make sure I put forth my best efforts at work, because if I don't, then I'm going to fail the people who are at home, because they're not going to have the necessities that they need if I'm not actually making money. So this is always a big reason that people are actually motivated to actually go to work. But it's important, since we're coming close to the end of the year, that you start mapping out and making plans and saying, hey, what goals do I actually want to set for my actual money? And that could be you looking at a budget and making sure that you're budgeting your money. And then this could be too, you also making sure that you're not just blowing through your money and not knowing where it's going or what it's actually doing or how it's actually working for you. Working for you may be the biggest thing you want to possibly start planning for your money, because a lot of people go to work and they call it living paycheck to paycheck. And that's because from paycheck to paycheck, they're just blowing through their money because they have no plans for their money and their money is not actually making money for them. Now, some of the things that you can possibly do so that your money is making money for you is you can be putting in a high yield savings account so that you're gaining more of an interest on your actual money. You can be putting it into stocks and making sure that those stocks are bringing back some money to you. You could be putting it into a real estate and buying a home that you're going to actually rent out, and that's going to actually bring money back to you. So look at some ways where your money can actually bring money back to you. And then that could be possibly you selling some things and people buying from you items or whatnot, and then you making money back. So you should all look at some ways where your money is making money for you. It may not be any of those things that I was just talking about, but there's definitely many ways where your money can make money for you. You just have to figure it out for yourself. And make sure too that you're checking a lot of people who are taking your money. And one of the people you should be checking and watching who be taking your money a lot is the government through taxes. And oftentimes people think when they're getting their income tax money that this is money that they're actually getting back and that the government's just giving them money, and that's not the case. What the case actually is that you're getting back money that you overpaid to the government. So this is not you really necessarily getting money from the government. It's money that the government took from your taxes, straight up all of your paychecks, and then they're giving it back to you. So this is why a lot of people go exempt, but this is why those who go exempt, they have a business and they're able to say, hey, you're not going to take all my money, and I'm going to take my money up top and do something with it. But as always, one move can change your whole life. Make moves.